Okay, so here's our continuation of Act 1, Scene 4. Um, Goneril has approached Lear, and they are bickering back and forth. I This scene is so intriguing to me because it seems like a dismantling of humanity. One, for Goneril, because she's just gone mad, and two, with the scene following the scene with the court jester or the fool, he gives his hat to Lear. He gives his fool hat to Lear. Lear becomes the fool. I don't know. I feel like that's very symbolic in a way. Lear becomes the fool, and we come upon this quote from Lear. He wishes this upon his own daughter. If she must teen create her child of spleen that it may live and be a thwart disnatured tormentor, let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, with cadent tears fret channels in her cheeks, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. He wishes that she could no longer have children, that she be sterile, um, and that if she were, that she bears to have wicked, awful children. Hear, nature, hear, dear goddess, hear. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body and never spring a babe to honor her. I mean, this is just awful. He curses that she should have children that are as ungrateful and wicked to her as she has been to him. Pretty nasty, pretty gross, huh? Pretty awful to wish that upon your own child, despite how evil and wicked she is herself. Um, this kind of leads me to the theme of justice. So this is through our character development, and there are many characters, many conflicts. The theme of justice is pretty prevalent. One thing I also want to mention, there is one word that's come to mind to me throughout all of this, and if you haven't thought of it already, it starts with an M. I don't know if the whiteboard is backwards for you or not, but madness. Everyone is mad because there's a dismantling of powers and everyone has become mad. Who is in power? Who has become the fool? I will say, because a lot of people, you'll see there are many disguises here. The fool, Kent, there are a couple of other disguises. Kent might be the truest of disguises. Like, you can be in disguise and be true to your king, because he is still loyal to Lear. But how interesting, right? So this theme of justice. This is this 17th, 16th century mindset. And this is kind of giving some historical context here we talked about with Shakespeare. God gave monarchy power to do no wrong when in truth their invalid justifications came from themselves. This is the divine authority we talked about, that royalty or monarchy were given divine authority to punish. Okay. So to conclude Act 1, Scene 4, he has now had his powers diminished by Goneril. How did she get this power? Well, apparently, because she was given land, she has now gotten power. She has taken his knights from 100 down to 50. Well, he does not like this, and he is ashamed. He says, I will now go live with my other daughter, Regan. And Goneril warns Regan by writing her a letter warning Regan that Lear is going to live with her. So this is an interesting turn of events coming in Act 1, Scene 4. And it sounds like Regan and Goneril are going to team up. So this is some foreshadowing here.